Hi, creating art with code can be a tricky programming game for a lot of students. To start, they need to understand angles. And an angle is the distance traveled between two lines. You can see my hands in an L shape. The distance traveled between these two lines is often called a right angle or a 90-degree angle. We find this angle in lots of shapes such as right triangles, squares, rectangles, and sometimes parallelograms. Students have to understand the number of the angle. So if this is 90 degrees, a smaller acute angle would be maybe in the 60-degree range or the 45-degree range. If we created an angle that was wider than 90 degrees, it might be about 120 degrees. That's an obtuse angle. I often have students do these angles with their hands. This is a 90 degree. This is an acute angle. This is an obtuse angle because it's wider than 90 degrees. This helps them understand the movement and motion that goes with creating angles and using those angles to create art. So in this particular puzzle, we have our artist with his pencil. The directions are at the top. We have a new vocabulary word called pixels. A pixel is a tiny little dot on the screen. Those dots together create the pictures that you see on computers and on television screens. So the distance in pixels from here to the end of this line is approximately 100 pixels. So in the directions it says each side of the inner square is 100 pixels and all of the angles are 90 degrees. And we already know that because we know in this square, every angle in each corner is a 90-degree angle. In our toolbox, we have a lot of new blocks. We have move blocks. We have jump blocks, which don't draw lines. They jump over the line. We have turn blocks with degrees in them. And we have color blocks. And we also have something called the repeat block, which allows us to repeat code and shorten our code. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw the first line. Move forward by 100 pixels. That's because that's the distance that the directions told us to do. So let's run our code. Okay, I always tell the students, chunk the steps. Just do a little bit at a time to make sure you haven't made a mistake. Now, we need to turn our character. I tell them, take your hand, point it in the direction of the character, and then move it as if your hand is the character and say, okay, is the character going to go left or right? In this particular puzzle, he's going to turn right 90 degrees. If you needed to change your degrees, you can use this little drag thing right here to change it to match the object that he's creating. Now, I always say chunk the steps. Let's run it. All right, so now we're in good shape. We know we need to move forward by 100 pixels, and then we need to turn right again. Let's reset it and run it to check. Okay, we have another line to draw. So another side of the square is move forward by 100 pixels and another turn right by 90 degrees. Let's reset and let's run. All right, so we have one more move forward by 100 pixels, and then let's turn our character right to get him in the same position he was when he started. So let's reset and let's run it. So now we have solved our puzzle correctly. However, we used 9 blocks out of the 8 blocks that were suggested. One way you can shorten your code is by looking for patterns. The pattern in this code is 2 blocks. The blocks are move forward, turn right, and they repeat 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We can use our repeat block to rewrite this code. Put the repeating part inside of the repeat block. So we're going to do move forward and turn right. And what we've done is we've solved the same problem in a different way. Repeat 4 times, move forward by 100 pixels, turn right by 90 degrees. That code means exactly the same thing as this code over here on the right. So if I run it, the artist will still draw a square, but he used less blocks. Good luck and have fun with creating art with code.